Hey folks, it's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my Facebook business page. It's Saturday. That means it is time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. If you happen to be watching an archive on YouTube or Facebook or my webpage, thank you so much for being here. You won't be able to ask a question, but you might hear something that you find interesting or something that resonates for you. Hey, Chaya, Jill, nice to see you here. So, Missy Ann, nice to see you. Glad you're back. Leisha, glad you're here. Jean Mnuchin, glad you're here. Roberta Rose, my friend from Connecticut, glad you're here. Shelley Shiner, happy to see you all. Jessica Rivera, glad you're here. Karen Winkle, nice to see you. All right. So, the rules of engagement. Today, it's Saturday. It's the Psychic Sampler. That means specific questions only. That is not what does the universe want me to know? That is not what is a message from spirit. That is a specific question. Give me a specific question. I will give you a specific answer. And give me some detail. Let's have some fun, okay? The more that we can, the more you can give me a detailed question, the more I can give you a detailed answer. And that is what we like to do on Saturdays. Before we get started, I want to remind you we have a tarot meetup tomorrow, Sunday at 4 p.m. on my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet. I also want to remind you about StarCast, our podcast about StarCon. That is our new tarot conference. It will be all virtual, all online in January 21st through 24th. I'd love to see you there, and I'd love to have you check out StarCast. So you can find StarCast, STAARCAST, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find it in video form on YouTube, STAARCAST. That is the name of the YouTube channel. So, thank you all so much for being here. Glad you're here. Hey, Court Kramer, nice to see you. All right, here we go. I am going to just try to take these questions, and thank you all for coming in and saying hello. If I didn't greet you by name, I apologize, but I am glad to see you all here. And again, I want a specific question. You know, don't ask about the guy. Ask about, I mean, who are we talking about here, right? Give me specific questions. Okay. Roberta, you are the first question that I see. And you clarified quickly. You did well. What am I supposed to do next? Job-wise. Okay. What are you supposed to do next job-wise? Roberta Rose. The thing is, this has been a very difficult situation for you. The whole job situation has been difficult. And honestly, you know, you're an artist and you do great job, you know, you do great work with your art, but I feel like you need a jobby job right now. I feel like you need to go get a job. And I actually feel it might be something where you will be teaching a skill or learning some new skills. There's teaching and there's learning involved in this. So honestly, maybe something that is not in your wheelhouse so much, not something that is about you as an artist, not something that is about you as an activist, just a jobby job. And this may not be forever, but for right now, it's going to ground you. It's going to give you money. It's going to make you feel better. So what you need to do best job-wise is go get a jobby job. It may involve some teaching. It may involve some learning. And it may be pretty mundane and a little boring, but I feel like it will ground you. That's what I think. Okay. Jessica Rivera, will things get peaceful again? What things? In the world, on the planet, in your life? I'm not sure, but let's pull some cards and see what we see here in terms of nurturing peace. And the first thing that I see is the Five of Wands, which is anything but peaceful. There is conflict. And I don't know if that's conflict between you and other people or conflict going on around you. But here's the thing. All you can do, and this is fun because the High Priestess now comes up. You are impatient with this situation. It's making you impatient, Jessica. All you can do is find peace within your heart. I don't feel like you can do anything to create peace in the larger situation, but if you find peace within your heart, some of that will emanate from you and will make things better. So in a way, to answer your question, will things get peaceful again? Yes, but you have to find that peace in your heart first. All right. Chaya Brown, I would love to know if my mother and I will be able to move into a house by the end of November. All right, let's take a look. I would say it is very, very likely. And you may not get word about this until very close to the end. You know, it's because you're going to be on pins and needles. But there are people here who can help you. Ask for the help that you need. And I think you will be able to do it, and it will be a good thing. I feel really, really good. Hey, Laura, nice to see you. Court Kramer, nice to see you. Missy Ann Smith. Will my family and I repair the damage that's been done? Let's take a look. And the answer is there are some members of the family who aren't willing to come to the table. No matter how much you are willing to come to the table and make those reparations, there are some members of the family who are not ready and won't do it. And so eventually, maybe, and you can soften your heart and you can be ready for that. But for right now, this minute, I don't think that's going to happen, not because of you, but because of the others. And you just have to be patient there. I'm so sorry. And Shia, thank you for your feedback. I appreciate that. Okay, Jean Mnuchin, very mundane question about my ears, which are blocked. Oh, I hate that feeling. Will they improve on their own? Do I need to do something, doctor's office or no? And of course, whenever we talk about health stuff, I have to say the following words. Of course, your doctor is your best source of health information, right? Okay, now let me do the reading. Okay, do we think they'll improve on their own? I'm afraid that they may not. I think you need to take action. Should you do something naturopathic over the counter on your own? Should you go see a doctor? I'm so sorry. Yes, you should go see a doctor. And I know that's hard in COVID, and I know that's hard because you're in a whole new place. But hey, no time like the present to find a new doctor. Go see a doctor. Not that I think there's anything terribly wrong, but I just feel like, you know, we want this to get better, not worse. We don't want an infection. Go see a doctor. Gayleen, nice to see you. Claire Carter, nice to see you. Neil Quattrano. Oh gosh, I asked for specific questions and boy did I get one here. Neil, what is the time frame that the relationship between Julia and her boyfriend will end? Okay, so and obviously there's not a lot you can do to make that happen. And right now, you know, they are digging their heels in. And it's funny because I think she knows, like she goes through periods of time where she knows that maybe this isn't the best thing, but they do have a connection. And like the more you fight against it, the harder this is going to be. All I can tell you is that I really believe it will end. And obviously it's up to them. But I just feel like they are stubborn and they're stubbornly hanging on because as they hang on to each other, there are certain other truths that they don't have. Like they hang on to each other because when they hang on to each other, there are other things in life that they don't have to attend to and don't have to admit. And so it's a complex issue. It's not just about the relationship. And I think sometimes, Neil, you think that if that relationship would end, that she would be more on the path of healing that she needs to be. And you're not wrong about that. However, the thing is, she needs to sort of start on that path of healing in order to let the relationship go. So there's like a chicken and egg question going on there. And that's hard. That's really hard. As with all things like this, it has to come from within her first. It's hard. Okay, Karen Winkle. How can I best re-engage my life now that I'm past my health scare? I feel like it's been on hold for months and I understand. But you know what you got to know, Karen, is even during this time that you've been dealing with this health stuff, you have been doing things. You know, you have been having a life. And I think now you're almost in a little bit of post-traumatic stress dealing with the enormity of it. Even though it's fine and it's going to be fine, it's still enormous. And I think now that you're okay, you're in that place of post-trauma. And on one hand, Karen, you have to hold space for that. You have to hold space for that trauma. But on the other hand, you can't live there. So right now, allow yourself some time to feel a little sorry for yourself, to feel a little scared, to feel a little bummed out, to feel all the feels, whatever you're feeling. Allow your feelings. Give yourself a few days to do that. And I don't care, ice cream, wine, old television, slippers, cats, whatever you want to indulge in, as long as it's not too unhealthy right now, you do that. You allow yourself some indulgence. Chocolate. And then I think you will naturally engage, because what you need right now is to embrace the horrific thing you've just been through. Even though the outcome is great, even though you got no room to complain because there are other people who have less good outcomes. I don't care about any of that. This is your life, and you get to feel sorry for yourself for a minute. So do that. Okay, Cassia, I want to know about the guy, what's going on. And yes, I do know who this guy is. So I will handle this. I don't feel like much is going on, and I feel like that's the problem. I feel like you're looking for more of a connection, and that doesn't seem to be happening. But here's the thing for you, my friend. You cannot keep yourself in limbo just because he's being weird. I feel like you have to kind of move on with your life. He's being weird because he's being weird. And if he's going to be weird like this, you know, a person who's being weird like this is not necessarily going to be the thing for you. So that's hard. That's hard to deal with because I know there's a connection there. And I think the time will come when you will spend more time together and you'll be able to figure it out better. But for now, you just got to move on. Okay. Shelley Perkins Shiner. Will I be able to get my back and leg taken care of so I can get off of disability and work again? Man, you have been through so much in the past little bit of time, Shelley. I am so sorry for everything you have been through. I really am. This is going to take time. And I almost feel like the universe is giving you time. The universe is giving you time to do some healing. For you, it must be healing of body, mind, and spirit all together. Eventually, yes, you will get back to work. You will get off disability. It will happen. But realize you are healing from more than just the back and the leg. And remember, the back and the leg are metaphors as well. The back for feeling unsupported, the leg for not knowing how to move forward. So heal of body, mind, and spirit all together and use this time. Sean, going on with your health, and I know you asked a little bit more later on as far as finding providers, what kind of provider to see. And I know, you've been off and on, Sean Morse, my good friend. You have been off and on dealing with health issues for a while now, and it's such a difficult thing. So first of all, it's not your imagination. There really is something going on here. And in terms of the right practitioner to see, I mean, I feel like you don't even have a good working diagnosis yet. And I feel like there are three different things going on at once. The problem is it's more than one thing being affected. I do feel you'll get on top of it. I do feel you'll be well again. I am hopeful. I am hopeful. But I think it's not so much which one doctor, it's which many doctors. And I almost wonder if functional medicine might be something that would be helpful for you to pursue. Maybe find someone who does functional medicine. But I feel like you need, it's like, because it's more than one thing, it's more than one system that you're dealing with here. So it's a lot. You will be fine. You will be okay. Some of it's about diet. Some of it, I wonder if you've ever had Lyme disease, if there's anything going on with that. And I do wonder what's up with the lung area. There is something going on there. There's a breathing issue. I also wonder if you've had exposure to mold, if there's anything, anything like that. So it's a lot of different pieces. And all of these things are working together. Okay, right. So you've had Lyme, but your Lyme test is negative, which is good. But I feel like I wonder if you're dealing with some damage from that before. Just wondering. I'm not a doctor. I can't make a diagnosis. But I feel like there's just a bunch of stuff here. And be patient. It will be okay in the long run. I promise you. You will be back on your dancing feet. It's not going to take forever, but it's not tomorrow either. Okay, Kathleen, I'm taking people in the order that I see them. Please be patient, and I absolutely will get to you. Josh Wilner, so nice to see you. Okay, about your personal and professional life. Well, actually, in both aspects, there are good things coming. There are really, really, really good things coming. The message is one of hope in both places. Be hopeful for the connections that you're looking for to bring your work life and your personal life to where you want it to be. And don't forget that you're a writer. Being a writer is part of this. Leisha, I would like to know if someone I work with that I'm friends with, if we will be lifelong friends. And the answer is, that's such an interesting question, because I think there really is a great connection here. But I could also see situations where one of you may move away or you may stop working together. And unless you make a real effort, the friendship may in fact separate. But that does not take away from the fact that there is an interesting connection here now. Laura, my new friend Ray, will this be romantic or platonic? Let's take a look. Man, oh man, it seems to be a little bit of both, and you want to be careful. Be careful about the romantic engagement. When I say engagement, I don't mean marriage, but be careful about how you engage with one another romantically, because I have a feeling those feelings are there. However, I am not sure Ray has the emotional chops to communicate and navigate in the way that we would like. So whatever you do, I think you might be smarter to keep it platonic, to be honest with you. The inclination is going to be to go toward the romantic, but it looks like it would be more like friends with benefits than it would be like a real committed relationship. So I think you need to be a little careful there. Okay, Claire Carter, how can I help my niece Robin? I think you can speak with Robin. I think that there's a lot going on in Robin's life that she doesn't quite know how to handle. If she'd let you do a tarot reading for her, that might be really, really helpful. I feel like she is not sure what's true. She's not sure what's right. I feel like she's really, really struggling. She needs someone to talk to that she can trust, who's not going to judge her. And she just needs that space. She needs you to hold that space for her. Anna Green Tarot, nice to see you. I am starting to expand my tarot business, good for you, by doing a pick a card, pick a pile reading. What would be the outcome from this decision? Will that make my business look better or worse? What a great question. Thank you. Okay. I mean, I think that's good. I think it's going to help people see your personality. It's going to help people see your skills. And it's going to help you get more viewers, help you get more to expand your base. And that's a good thing. But here's what you have to think about, Anna. Once you expand your base, what are you going to do with it then? What do you have for them? Do you have videos? Do you have classes? Once you expand them, you have to engage them. So think about the next thing. Denise Davis, will I be able to retire in 2021? Oh, that's a weird and interesting scenario. Financially, it feels a little, maybe toward the end of 2021. Man, there's so many particulars there. We could talk for a whole hour about this. And maybe it's about retire from this career but start a new career. Maybe it's about that. I feel like it would be good for you to have this change in your life, but you want to do it in a way that does not destabilize you. So you have to be very careful about how you make all this happen. But I feel like it is a worthy and appropriate goal for you. Hey, Bo, nice to see you. Lillian, glad to see you. Kimberly Essex, I haven't seen you in a dog's year. Nice to see you. I'd love to know if and how I will ever be able to escape my day job. So grateful to have it during a pandemic, but I hate it. I understand. So, and the thing is, you're damn good at it too. That's the thing you need to know, Kimberly. You're good at it. And I feel like we are talking years, not months, but 2 or 3 years down the road, I think, yes, you will be able to escape. And you may even be able to escape into your own business and have it be like that, which I think would be perfect for you. Hey, Peggy Lou, nice to see you. Okay, Jill Pitts. How can I best stay grounded and focused dealing with everything going on in my life? Very good. And the answer is meditate with the root chakra. Seriously, focus on that root chakra. Just do root chakra meditations a couple of times a day. And when we look at everything that is going on in your life, it is a lot, and you're a sensitive person. You have to be really, really clear. Jill, you have to be really clear on where you can have an effect and where you can't. What you can do and what you can't do. What you can control and what you can't control. You have to be very, very clear about that. That will help too. Hey, Martha. Martha Vink. I keep going back and forth about whether I should take my sabbatical leave in January, February, or just take a shorter time off. Which would be better? I'm really longing for a break. And the problem, of course, is COVID. If it were not for COVID, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But the thing is, if you take that sabbatical during COVID, what you can do during the sabbatical will be drastically limited, and that's the problem. But on the other hand, you still need the break. So do you take a break during that time and just do it? Do you take a shorter break? I know you had a plan, and I know that your plan, but what do they say? We make plans and God laughs. I think you should take the sabbatical and just find a way to do it in COVID and make it awesome. Steffi Oswald, so nice to see you. My question is about a law that our government is about to agree on. How will the consequences of the amendment be for us, the people? I think it will be appropriate and good. Not everyone will agree with it, and some people will spread misinformation about it, but the reality of it will be good. QG Green, nice to see you. Can I get a sense of when we will conceive again? Okay, and obviously, you know the thing that you need to do to make that happen, right? So, assuming that you're doing your part and doing what you're supposed to do here, I would assume within 2 months of trying or within 2 months of now. And I know this whole thing is scary and difficult. But and I know that, and I wonder if like there's medical stuff involved here. If maybe the thing that you have to do to make this happen is not, the easier way, but the harder way. But I have to say, I honestly believe, and I know how stressful this is and has been, but I have to say that if you keep on trying, there may still be some heartache. But if you keep on trying, eventually you're going to have success. And that success is going to be worth everything. Sugar Rivera, hi. Will I ever find my true love? And is it someone I know now? Is he in my life now? I don't think he's in your life now. Will you find such a person? I do think that you will. I think it's still going to take some time, and I think there is still some growth that you need to have in terms of your own relationship with yourself first. Okay, Shelley Blair, you're asking about your knees. Well, I think they're on your legs, and let's take a look. Seriously, I'm assuming this is a question about the well-being of your knees. And what I am seeing here is medical intervention, that whatever's going on there, you need, and it may be more than one doctor. There may be a series of doctors and a series of things, physical therapy, that kind of thing that have to happen, probably on both of them. And so this is going to take time. But if you do this, you will have healing and it will be good. Okay, Kathleen Jackson. You are looking to move and are wondering when you'll be moving. So I feel like it's not happening as quickly as you would like, and I feel like there's a lot of conflict and chaos involved in all of this. So it seems difficult. I feel like we are counting it in months, not years, and probably less than 6 months, maybe even 3 months. And I feel like you will be happy when it happens. However, I have to say that, there's a lot of confusion here. There's a lot of chaos. And like, who's in charge of all of this? I feel like there's a person or people making this more difficult than it needs to be. And so I feel like you may have to take some specific steps to make this better. Okay. Hey, young Oliver, nice to see you here. Okay, very good. Thank you all for the feedback. I won't read most of it aloud, but I do see it, and I thank you so much. Okay, Ashriel Knight, nice to see you. Any advice on how you can increase your chances of having a love life in the next few months? I want to say spiritually. I want to say, how we have that chakra? It's called the zeal point, and it's kind of above the crown. Install in that chakra a beacon, a light that will attract to you that right person, and believe that it can happen. You're a very metaphysical person. I think the way you need to be proactive is metaphysically. Okay, Sarah Cat McConaughey, nice to see you. I would like to know how my mom is doing overall. Since we're moving across the country, we have had less time together and communication. I don't think this is an easy move for her. I think it's hard, but I think it's good. I think it will serve her, and I think she is okay and will be okay. Hey, Sirius Shakir Stephanie, if I should have my sister and her little family over for Christmas. And I know that that's hard with COVID, right? And I'm going to say maybe not. Maybe Zoom. Seriously. It's, maybe not. And this is going to be the last one I do. Peggy Lou Levens. When will my son and daughter have a baby? And the answer is, it will happen. It will happen, but I don't think just yet. I wonder if we're years off, like maybe 2 years off. All right, folks, I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom. Just reach out. You can private message me. We'll make it happen. You can go to my website and schedule directly on my website, tarotbychristiana.com. Thank you all so much, and come to our meetup tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, on my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet. Thank you all so much.